Among all the games I've anticipated sequels for, Limbo sure as hell was never one of them. Fucking a sequel to Limbo, the most one-time only type game any day of the week, any week of the year. Inside is more of a pseudo-sequel than anything else though, but that's not a bad thing because I fucking love Limbo to death. Sure, it's just a puzzle platformer horror game / experience if you're a hipster, but I still love it despite the low-key grudge against it in simpler games. I'm just hard-pressed to get behind why Limbo's minimalistic gameplay and narrative gets more of a bad rep than games of other genres with similar merits. However, tangents are for angry scrubs. Let's talk about Inside and why it might be, but still might not also be better than Limbo. Because truth be told, Inside is a good game and does a lot of cool things, with symbolism in particular, that gets me giddy. And just like Limbo, it largely led itself direct by mystery and intentional vagueness for the sake of getting away with being narratively bare-bones as fuck. But I'm giddy. I like subtle storytelling unless you're Dark Souls, because these damn rats. Please don't poison me this time. Inside largely uses symbolism, environmental storytelling, and set pieces to convey its message, despite the message being extremely vague and maybe even kinda preachy and pretentious, but still one that's vague enough to leave things up for interpretation. This is what fascism in 2016 looks like, kids. Sadly though, even the little symbolism there is doesn't hold much water until the end game. A lot of things here to make one moan is limited to the imagery, which don't get me wrong is really fucking cool. The graphical style here is so minimalist and cool, I reckon this is prettier to look at than the amazing nuanced black and white pattern in Limbo. Just look at some of these contrasts, man. The use of shadow here is downright amazing. And you don't need me to tell you that, do ya? Some of the scenery and imagery here is just stunning, despite it being so flat and simple. Composition is half the work here. Asset placement does most of the job here in making this such an appealing world, despite it being, well, ridiculously hostile. However, the twists and turns Inside takes are seriously brutal and grotesque to a degree rivaling Silent Hill and other horror games.
Oh! What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh man, what the my nigga!
Because to me at least, a twist or a turn relies a lot on a build-up and expectation, and I did not expect some of this shit. Just fucking, what is this? What is that? But if you were to just play this without knowing it's a pseudo-sequel or knowing of Limbo's very existence at all, these turns would probably make you shake in disgust, because trust me, the last 30 to 40 minutes are some pretty, well, let's just say they're not very... So according to my very in-depth calculations, Inside is better than Limbo. Despite what I said earlier. Go get it unless you're a rat.